Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series. Tonight we are coming back from our mid-season summer break and we're heading to Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix. So then, round 14, we're off to Zandvoort, and we're coming off the back of a really good result in Spa. We picked up some points again for the first time in a while, and yeah, I was very pleased with how Lawson performed. Not quite so much with Oscar. For some reason, he didn't qualify well, and it was just an uphill battle all the way from there. We ended up having to push him really hard for too long, which led to a couple of mistakes. So, not the greatest showing for Oscar. Maybe we can do a little bit better with him tonight, but I don't think we'll be quite so competitive tonight. This is a very fast-flowing circuit, but it has a bit of a mix of corners, whereas Spa had almost entirely high-speed corners, which really suited the way our car sits at the moment. This one, as you can see, also has a good number of medium-speed corners and a couple of low-speed corners. And we're going to have a bit more rain as well. As you can see, Sunday is going to be wet, so it could be a little bit of rain, could be a lot of rain. We don't really know yet. We won't know until obviously we get to race day and start setting our strategy. Fingers crossed we can have a mostly dry race with just a little smattering of rain. That would be a bit more ideal, I think, for us to try and exploit the most performance out of our car. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Let's take a quick gander. We have got some new parts on the car, I believe. Let me double check in the warehouse. Both are running the new chassis. We've got a new front wing. Two of those at the moment. Rear wings, we've got a couple of spares of those. We've got one new side pod on Lawson's car. I want to put that onto Oscar's car for today. We will hopefully have, I think, a spare tomorrow, for quali. So Lawson should hopefully be able to run with that. It's not a massive difference between the two, as you can see. It's barely giving any upgraded performance. Just a tiny bit of downforce and a little bit of extra engine cooling. And then with the underfloors, both got spares and spare suspensions for both as well. In terms of other parts coming, we've got a new chassis 19 days away and a new rear wing 15 days away. Those projects going through. We might, if we're lucky, have parts available for, or both parts available for Suzuka. If we're lucky, we might get one chassis on the car for Suzuka. We'll definitely have the rear wings there. And then when we get a new ATR period, we will be working on a brand new suspension, because that is pretty poor at the moment. Our current suspension model definitely needs some big improvement. In terms of targets for tonight, let's have a look. One car into Q2. I'm gonna have another crack at getting both into Q2 here. I'm sure we can do it. I think Q3 might possibly be a little beyond us, but I'm gonna gamble just in case one of our drivers can make it. Let's have a look. Fastest lap. Well, you never know. We might get lucky. We got it at Spa, which I didn't expect. Finish position. I'm gonna go 2 in the top 14 tonight. And then quali position 1 in the top 14 for 2 races. That's a brand new streak, and we are 3 of 5 down on our finish position streak, which is 1 in the top 14 for 5 races. So tonight and Monza needed to complete that one there for an extra 1.1 mil. And we've got just over 2 mil in the bank. This is quite nice. Let's have a quick gander at facilities. Wind tunnel is so close to breaking now. We really need to try and get that upgrade going if we can. Need 10 million. So we've basically got to not spend any money for a while to get that done. That might be a tricky one. We might just have to refurb it and then go for an upgrade at the end of the year once we've got our competition money through. In terms of our other facilities, all looking nice and strong. It would be nice to get the final upgrade for our team hub at some point this year, but that's low on the list of priorities compared to getting our car facilities upgraded a bit more. And everything's looking nice and clean over here. So let's head to Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix.
Hello and a very warm welcome as we prepare for the Dutch Grand Prix. We're back from the summer break with topped up tans. Vacation though is now over and it's time to get serious on the track for the second half of the F1 season. To carry speed through the steep banking of Zandvoort, teams will need to be loading downforce onto their cars this weekend. Zandvoort has the second shortest lap time of the whole F1 season. The track tolerates no mistakes. Mercedes will be giving a shot to new talent this weekend, but the question is, can they compete with the old hands? Let's get this underway.
So Mercedes is going to be running their reserve driver tonight. Interesting. I'm trying to remember who that is, actually. Guess we'll find out soon. Evening, Barrett. How are you tonight? Right, let me grab the notebook. Find our setups for Zandvoort. There we go. Start, as always, by stripping out the good engine bits. Putting in the junk we have for practice. Yep, we'll have to stick with that gearbox. Another expense is we're definitely going to have to buy a new set of parts for Oscar, I think, at some point this season. Right. Run plan for Zandvoort, 21 laps. There we go. And setup, let's see. Let's go with a 10, a 13.5, 7.3, a 2.95, and a 0.45. There we go, that's Oscar dealt with. Now let's work on sorting out Liam. Try and find something a little bit different. Let's try ten, 13.5, 5.5, 3.35, and a 1. There we go. Right, so Mercedes. Oh, it's Vershaw. That is the Mercedes test driver.
We need to cool the car.
Copy. Anyone else running a reserve tonight? Let's have a look.
A bit less curb.
Aston, no. Alpha, no. Us, no. Haas, no. Williams, no. Alpine, no. Red Bull, no. McLaren and Ferrari also no. So, yeah, there we go. It's just Mercedes running their reserve tonight. Alright, feedback is incoming. It's not good for Oscar.
Okay, copy that.
75%. Ooh, bit of work needed there. What about Liam? 91%. That's a lot closer. Okay, let's see, what do we need to tweak here? It's the roll bar, so let's go to a 6.4. And let me try bringing that down to there. Let me try that. Is that going to be enough? Might be.
Oscar pit lane.
Oh yeah, we're way off here on the roll bar, so that is probably going to be the 5.5. So let's put on the setup that we just had on Liam. So 3.35 and a 1. That's a bit too much, so we'll go to the 3.25 and a 0.75. That is borderline. Oh, I need to change the rear wing as well. Okay, so ignore that then. We'll go completely different. Let's go. Oh, it could be. I think it's probably going to be a 9, a 13, a 4.6, a 3.5, and a 1. Yeah, that could be it. Evening, Daniel. Go. I was looking through my PlayStation wrap-up earlier. My platinum count's pretty low this year. It's only 2. That will go up pretty soon. Still don't have the platinum on this yet, or the PS5 version anyway. Just still waiting on having 18 engineers working on projects at the same time. That's the only trophy I need to platinum this. But I haven't been trying to force that one through. I've just been waiting for that one to drop in normal gameplay. And the actual platinums I have achieved so far, I think, was the PS5 version of F1 2022. It was either the PS5 or the PS4 version. I can't remember actually. I think I had them already. So I'm not sure what the first platinum was. And obviously the other one is Dark Descent, which I platinumed earlier this week. Final little run through of that is now up on the channel for the people that wanted to see it. about 20 minutes of the penultimate mission and then the final mission itself. And I'll be hopefully knocking out the PS4 version's platinum this weekend. But yeah, it's been a bit of a slow year for platinums for me this year. Have to pull my finger out. How you doing, Horrific? How you doing, Packins? Good to see you both. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any shock surprises in qualifying tonight. Alright, so we did nail Oscar on that one there. Excellent stuff. What about Liam? Did we get him on 100 as well? Close. A little tweak needed. But strong opening day for practice for us so far. So let's drop that down to a 9.5. In fact, actually, I'm going to leave that there. I'll go that way, see if that works. If not, we'll switch it the other way around. Right, there we go. First practice is done. Into second practice, we're going to go with 30 laps of fuel. Check the lifespan of our engine components. Yep, they're fine.
Two, one, should be green. How's the car?
Alright, so it looks like we did go the wrong way on Liam. We can correct that. That's no big issue there. This will be a weekend where we do not get our drivers up to 100% confidence, as we are running new parts. we can get it nice and close.
Mate, what's going on?
That'll be a bonus. 158 plats, only 2 or 3 of you. You do like your paid platinum trophy games, don't you? Which platinums are you proud of? Field's looking pretty close. Obviously, apart from us. Although we are running very, very broken bits. Max, very quick though, compared to everyone else. No surprise there. Evening, Victor. Alright, so we should now have that new side pod for Lawson. Yes, there we go. Excellent stuff. Alright, let's see. We need to go probably about 28 laps. Just to be safe. And let's go with a set of soft tyres. Alright, into practice 3.
Crash ahead, crash ahead, crash ahead.
Nope. Someone scuffed it. Gasly's out. Once again, we don't get to see a replay of exactly how he binned it, but
Stay
binned
positive.
it he did.
Copy that.
VSC ending. Copy.
Valhalla, yeah. That would be quite a task to get that one, I can imagine. Took me a while to get Odyssey. So I slightly overcorrected the toe. That's fine. We can get that sorted. So both of our cars are pretty much where they need to be. That's excellent stuff. Patkin says, wonder how much he's messed up his car. Let's have a look, actually. We won't know until quali, but we can certainly have a look and see what condition Gasly's car was in before he binned it. Yeah, well, depending on whether he went in forwards or backwards to the wall will determine how much damage he's done to his engine parts. But that might have killed that engine. Yeah, hopefully he'll have destroyed the gearbox and knackered up the ERS, but not enough for him to replace it, and the engine will stay in, and then he'll be slow. Well, slower in the race. We'll take a gander at his parts again after Q1. Trying to debate whether or not to use a decent engine tonight. I mean, we're running Mercedes power units, so it should still be fine for Monza. Yeah, we'll run the good engine again tonight. This is still a circuit that will give us a decent chance of some performance, because there are quite a few high-speed turns. Truck door over the American dream. Yeah. I suppose, yeah, you deserve a bit of commendation for toughing that one out, I suppose. Although, shame on you for buying it in the first place. You should have known. There we go. Oscar now, next time he gets a 100% setup, or confidence level, should be starting in very high confidence. That's excellent stuff. In then, John.
Our weekend continues with qualifying as the drivers fight it out for a strong grid position.
Good overtaking spots at Zandvoort are few and far between, so there's a lot of pressure to get qualifying just right. Drivers will be hoping for good downforce from their car setup to keep them on the track through the long sweeping corners.
Now, there's been a bit of talk lately about Oscar Piastri. Karun, how's he been doing?
They weren't as quick as I expected them to be in practice. They'll want to land better lap times than that today to earn a solid position on the starting grid.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
So let's put that to there, and let's double check these in the book. Actually, I haven't really got space for any more, so I'll just assume that they're in there or close. Let's put in some good bits then into the car. So let's go with the 93 engine. We'll go with that ERS and that gearbox. Right, we're only on the third gearbox for Liam, and only just as well. One flying lap, there we go. Oscar. Use this one for quali and then switch it for the race, possibly. Ah yeah, I forgot you had a free key for the American Dream. Evening Turf. Did I know some players signed some F3 drivers early in the career? If they did, they were probably on PC using a database editor to make them eligible.
We focus on tyres and brakes. Tyres and brakes.
Okay, copy.
I'm glad I've been able to help you there, John. You know, I do try and give out helpful info. I won't teach anyone how to do any exploits or anything like that because I don't believe in them. I think, you know, it defeats the whole point of the game if you're trying to find ways to cheese it. But yeah, in terms of, you know, trying to get the most out of the game in the way it was intended, I'll happily pass on whatever info I can.
So, nobody ahead of you. Good to push.
Okay, track is clear. Charge off and push.
Liam a little bit quicker than Oscar in the first sector. And the Haas is faster than us. That's a little concerning. Only in the first sector. That's more like it. Alright, across the line, Oscar with a 1:11.0. Let's see what Liam does as he crosses the line.
Cool the car on the way in.
Copy.
A 1:10.2. Again, I don't understand why Oscar is suddenly so slow on his first lap. We saw this last night. We saw it the night before as well. For whatever reason, he really struggles on that first lap. Never used to be an issue. Last few races, Liam's been outperforming Oscar. Well, he has since day one, really. I mean, Liam's been in our driver training system a lot longer than Oscar, so he's been able to develop faster. We've had Oscar in our system for 6 months. We've had Lawson in our system for 18 months. So while they start with very, very similar stats, obviously because we were able to develop Lawson sooner and more effectively, he has gained a little bit more than Oscar in terms of pace stats. I'm wondering if Oscar maybe got held up by Sonoda. Out of all the tracks in the game, which one is the easiest? There is no easy track or difficult track. It completely depends on who your drivers are, what your car is. It's not like you're physically driving them, so it's completely down to what how your drivers are in terms of where their strengths are. If you've got a driver who's excellent at cornering, a circuit like this might be really good. If they've got excellent braking, maybe Monza might be a really good circuit, or maybe even something like Spa, where you've got some very heavy braking. They can gain an advantage there over other drivers, perhaps. Is your car strong at high-speed downforce? If so, Spa is going to be a great track for them. If you've got a car that's crap at high speed, Spa is going to be terrible. There's no set, this is the easiest circuit, this is the hardest circuit. It's completely dependent on how your car is, where its strengths and weaknesses are, and where your drivers are in terms of level and their strengths and weaknesses.
So gap ahead is good. Go one and push.
We should see a big improvement on Oscar this lap. I don't know if Lawson's going to improve. He's looking pretty quick already, to be fair. He has improved in the middle. So Lawson improves by 0.05 of a second. Oscar finds about 0.4. A little disappointed he didn't find more. I really don't understand what is going on with Oscar right now. Why his pace is suddenly so far off Lawson. They were so close. He had a small deficit, but they were very, very close. But these last couple of races, that gulf has been huge. I can't figure out why that is. Even Derek. It's not like an update has just dropped that's broken the performance of certain drivers. Very odd. Well, Oscar is going to need to go again. Because I don't think he's going to get through.
Watch your mirrors for sights. So work on fronts and brakes.
Yeah.
Here comes Sainz.
You're clear. So go one, go one.
Come on, Oscar. Find some pace. Right, an improvement, that's good. Traffic is not good. Don't think we had to lift too much. We might get a benefit. No, that's not good. Trying to get a slipstream at least off the final corner. Down to 10th. That wasn't enough. I don't know what's going on with Oscar right now. I don't know why he's suddenly half a second slower. Hamilton gets through. Albon's out. I think Magnussen's finished his lap as well. Yes, he has. Bottas gets through. So both the Williams are out. That's a surprise. Yeah, Joe's out. So, Joe, Hülkenberg, Albon, Magnussen and Piastri. I did not expect both of the Alfa Romeos to get through. That is a shock. And both of the Williams have gone out. Did not expect that either. Haas are pretty much where I thought they would be. Oscar is the slowest by a couple of tenths. What is going on with Oscar? Where has his pace gone? I don't get it. Oh, Oscar will win a trophy with me. It's just, it might take longer than I was hoping.
Follow the reference. This is in lap. This is
A 1:10.1 as an opening lap for Lawson. It's not a quick lap. Oh, I forgot to look at Gasly's car. Let's do it now. Now that he's set a time. Yeah, it did look. It did do some damage. Oh man, it killed his. It did kill his gearbox almost, and it did do a little bit of damage to his ERS, and it did quite significant damage to his engine as well. 10% has gone since that crash. Alright, going to go for a very quick turnaround here and slap in 2 laps of fuel and a brand new set of tyres. See if we can somehow sneak Liam into the top 10.
So let's prepare the lap.
Copy. Oh no, we're holding up George Russell. Actually, I shouldn't say that because we'll probably get held up by George now when we're on our flying lap.
Straight out, track is clear. Okay, let's go.
George did the right thing there, pulling out the way quickly. No improvement in the first sector. That's a bit of a surprise. Maybe we did lose a touch of time behind George there. That gets us just, and I do mean just, into peak confidence. Sets us up nicely for our final flying lap. Should get an improvement here as well. No, we didn't. We're still exactly 1 second off Verstappen. The tyres overheated. No, it's probably just because we had an extra 2 laps of fuel on board compared to when we did our first run. like I said, we're in peak confidence, and we'll have the car with just 2 laps worth of fuel left on board now when we start this lap. So we should see improvements and a faster lap time here.
Okay, track is clear.
May potentially have some traffic issues. Got a couple of cars coming out the pits. Oh, come on! That's killed our first sector. And the beginning of the second sector. We still got an improvement though, which I was a little surprised about. This could be our what could have been lap. Yeah, missed out on the middle sector as a result of getting stuck behind Hamilton, I think. Should improve here though. There we go, it's enough for 7th now. Can we hang on for 7th place?
7. You were on target, you were on target. This is the lap, this is the lap.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, so it wasn't Hamilton, it was Russell. So he did come back to bite us. Hamilton is done. Norris, I think, is on a flyer. Schumacher's on a flyer. Tsunoda's out. Schumacher in the top 10, look. But he's on an in lap, so he is at risk. Ocon's done. He's out. Perez is getting boxed in horribly here. Oh, we're holding up Gasly, and yeah, we've just ruined Gasly and Perez's laps. Perez might be out here. Bottas is out. We're through. There's only 2 cars left to cross the line, and we're 7th, so we are definitely through. Look how much Perez gained in that final sector, but Perez is out. Ocon are out. Wow, Schumacher made it through. He hung on. And we could have gone even quicker, I think, than we did.
It's going to be okay.
Because we got held up a little bit in the first sector. We got held up at the beginning of the middle sector. Yeah, we could have ended up in 6th there, ahead of Alonso. All right.
Green light now. Focus on tires and brakes.
Copy.
This is going to be a very slow time, so we'll whiz through. It's a clean lap though, which helps. 1:10.8. Evening, Mr. Water. going to send them out on the same tyres because I want to try and build on that confidence. I'm only going to have one lap on the other tyres. I want to save the other sets as fresh sets. So just to make sure he's definitely going to get around in time. No, I'm fine. I don't even need to take manual control.
Currently P10. There was a good lap. This is a lap. This is a lap.
Copy.
Okay, so change of tyres. These are apparently a second quicker. That'll be nice. Schumacher's going to try and sneak a toe off us.
Straight line braking.
Copy.
He's not close enough at the moment. That's good. A good evening to you too, Mr. Water.
There is Norris in front of you.
Alright, here we go then.
A recharge off and can push.
Where can we qualify? We can find a second, which the tyres kind of suggest, then we're looking at 6th. No traffic in front. And peak confidence as well. I think braking is the big difference between our two drivers. I think braking is probably the stat that's giving Liam so much more pace than Oscar right now. Because when he gets his confidence up, he gets into the 90s.
Check the flag.
What? We only ran 2/10s? What? I'm disappointed by that.
The excitement is building, there's electricity in the air. But there's no surprise in that. It's race day.
Zandvoort's highly banked corners make it one of the more unusual Grand Prix circuits. Dutch driver Max Verstappen won with a dominant lead here in 2021, driving the home fans to a frenzy as he did.
How do you think Oscar Piastri is feeling as we get nearer to race time?
You know, it's not going well for them at the moment. They haven't been able to put everything together, and it's going to be a lot of work to get back to where they need to be.
So let's see how the teams tackle this race today at the Dutch Grand Prix.
Alright, so we do have a bit of wet racing. Let's have a look. It's going to be about half the race by the look of it. Question is, when is it going to get wet enough? I don't know if this is actually going to be a race where wet tyres are definitely going to be needed. If they are, it's only going to be for a short period of time. I don't have any real data to go on as to whether or not I can get away with inters up until lap 45. Dries up until lap 45 or not. I don't know how much water that's going to be. We'll have to wing it, play it by ear. We'll start on the softs and maybe go to another set of softs. I'm going to start Oscar on the mediums and then go to the softs. Throw in an extra 2 laps of fuel. Now let's send them out. How you doing, Doof?
Get ready for some fighting between the sand dunes here at the Dutch Grand Prix. Could this be a big race for that man, Alexander Albon?
18th is really going to put pressure on the team to have a perfect race. Feels like too much to ask.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? The drivers are ready and the crowds are waiting. It's the Dutch Grand Prix.
Ooh, hard tyres on
and it's lights out and away we go.
Russell and Verstappen there. And Sainz as well. Quite a few starting on the hards actually.
We leave it to you. Copy. Do everything. Yeah, copy.
Ah, they get dive bombed up the inside by Yuki. That's not great. So yeah, 4 of the top 5 are on hard tyres. Interesting. Perez right behind us.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Yeah, copy.
See if we can get him under braking here.
We need to cool the car.
Copy that.
Nope.
Back off.
Yeah, copy that.
Use deploy as much as you can.
Copy that. Use energy. Copy.
Now you will have DRS. We are currently P11.
We're going to run on Yuki up the hill.
Small lift off to the tires.
Copy.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
All right, back into 10th.
Okay, mate, copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Piastri making moves as well.
We are good to push one step more.
Copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
Nah, didn't have enough battery.
So we need to back off.
Charge up for a lap and hope we don't lose a place.
No energy bottom of the pack. Copy. We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Right, Norris might have got the DRS, I'm not sure. Yes, he did. we've got passed by Magnussen. That
Okay, copy. Yep. Copy.
Overtake button.
Okay.
oh, he just got it again. We're definitely quicker than Norris. We need to get past him quickly before our tyres start to fall away. Try and go around the outside. This is brave. Nice, up the inside here. Beautiful stuff. Alright, and onto the back of Schumacher.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Oscar's pace has just evaporated while he's in charge mode. Yeah, like I say, I don't know what's going on with Oscar, but I think it's his braking stat just isn't high enough. So that is where I'm going to start focusing his training.
Recharge on now.
Copy.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
Still way too early to get any indication of the rain level later.
And charge on, charge on.
Okay, copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
I want to get a little bit closer to Schumacher before I try and do a bit more harvesting.
Use energy.
Copy.
Press on overtake.
Yeah, copy.
Pressure from Norris here. We've just lost the DRS. Oh, just managed to sneak back in. Thank God for that.
Recharge.
Tyres are starting to go already.
We can push one step more.
Got to just close that gap up a little bit more. How do we not get the DRS there?
No more energy.
Yeah.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
I've been pushing these tyres longer than needed just so I can try and break Norris, which we've just about managed to do.
We need to protect the front tires.
Yeah, copy that.
Let him try and defend from Yuki. Hopefully create a little bit of a gap. He's still got the DRS, I don't know how, but he managed to. Oscar is really languishing. There's something wrong. And I have a theory, and I don't know, obviously we've gone through the braking stat thing, but I have another theory, and I don't know if it's actually a thing or not, but I'm wondering if the durability of a car part is now affecting the pace of the car. And I'm wondering if part that is at a medium or high risk of failure affects the speed of how good a car can be against a car where the parts are all absolutely fine. I want to have a comparison between the two cars after this race to see if that is something that might be a factor, because Oscar's pace is just nowhere right now. Given Lawson's pace, I mean, he obviously is not as quick as Lawson, but he shouldn't be that far off. We're getting pit stops already for some of the soft runners. Sonoda's in for another set of softs. And stop. Gasly also going for another set of softs. That stop looked a little slow. Even the hard tyres aren't lasting as long as I thought they would. We have created that gap from Norris now. It looks as though a couple of the cars in front are starting to push again.
So let's push.
Make sure we don't get dropped. Maybe see if we can make a move on Schumacher. Looks like Russell is holding people up. Perez now makes a move on Norris.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Okay, mate, copy.
Ocon in the pits
Slow
now.
down.
Copy.
He's gone for a new set of softs as well.
Close the gap to Schumacher.
See if we can pick off Schumacher before he boxes. We've got the inside line, we've got a little bit of a distant tow from Hamilton. And we've got him under braking. Excellent stuff. Battery deployment to pull away. Can I get Hamilton before he boxes? Russell has dropped down a couple of places.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Still no information about the weather.
Use deploy, use deploy.
Give a gamble. Nice. We picked up Hamilton.
Box, box. Now.
Copy, box.
Recharge on. A small lift off towards the tires.
Oh, nice stop as well. 2.3 seconds.
We are fighting cars out of the pits.
And we got out behind Yuki. So Yuki did get an undercut on us. But we've now got fresh rubber and in better condition.
Charge on.
Held up Stroll. Yes, I did notice that. He got held in the pits. He still got out ahead of Charles Leclerc though, which we did as well. That's how quick our stop was. we jumped Leclerc in the pits. Might be under pressure from Schumacher here.
Stay close to the cars in front.
Oh, we've got a collision behind.
So here we go, heading into turn 1. There's a yellow flag.
At least
now.
one of the Alpines was involved there. Was it both of them?
Now this was at turn 1. Now there's an inviting opportunity there. The cars coming together.
It was
right there.
contact
I
between
don't
the
think there's a lot of doubt
Alpines.
as to which
Ocon and his
car came off
teammate
worse
colliding again. It's like, it's just ingrained into Ocon that whoever his teammate is, he must hit him at least once a season.
And energy is available.
Copy.
Probably be a racing incident. Yeah, no penalties given.
Back off, back off.
Hamilton's into the box. We're going to easily get past him.
Keep pushing.
Are they going to get dive bombed by Perez? Yes, we are. Not a lot we could do about that.
Keep pushing. We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Still no data on weather. Sainz and Norris both in. Sainz has gone softs. Norris is going soft. That's a bad stop.
back off.
Copy that.
They'll come to it.
I have absolutely no idea where Oscar's going to come out. Let's have a look and see if we can figure it out. Probably 19th behind Norris, but hopefully ahead of Hulkenberg. Sky is starting to darken a little bit, so the rain is on its way. It's just a question of how quickly the track's going to get wet.
We need to focus on the energy now. Yeah. Oscar pit lane. Copy that. We can push one more step on tyres.
Copy.
4 minutes until the rain starts to hit. That's not a good stop. 3.3. A second longer than it should be. But we are going to get out in front of Hulkenberg just about.
Pit exit clear. You're good to push on the tyres. Copy.
So I'm going to leave Oscar in harvesting mode here because I want to try and get the fastest lap before the rain hits. So I want to build up some battery.
Charge on.
Copy.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Yeah, copy.
We need to protect the front tyres.
Copy.
Overtake button.
Okay, copy.
Recharge on.
Copy that.
Lift now.
Okay.
Back off now.
Yep.
Oscar's confidence isn't great. End of this lap, we're going to go for it with Oscar.
Come on, push. Come on. Energy if you need it. Yep. Bit of rain. Yeah, copy that. You can push harder.
Copy.
overtake button.
Okay, copy.
We need to cool the car.
Copy.
We didn't get the fastest lap.
No
Probably
energy.
not that surprising.
Copy.
1:13.1 wasn't a bad effort. Still says dry for a while. Come on, complete the move, complete the move. Didn't get the DRS. Schumacher did. Can we hang on? We've got the inside line. There we go, through. Excellent stuff.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy,
Back off now.
copy.
Still only seeing dry. Getting ready to make a move on Yuki. We might see some people have to make another stop before we do get inters here. That or they're just going to be slow. Yuki's tyres aren't in great shape. Hard tyre runners will probably be able to stretch. But this does mean that Liam can be nice and aggressive here.
Slow down.
Excellent stuff. Alright, let's see if we can close up Perez. Alright, there we go. Damp in 12 minutes. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean we've got to wait 12 minutes to go on inters. That just means the track will hit 1 mil in about 12 minutes. So we're probably looking about 10, maybe 9 minutes for inters.
Get your head down, you can do this, come on.
we push flat out on tyres.
Joe's going to have the fastest lap, unless it dries up before the end of the Grand Prix. There is a hint that that might be the case. As Oscar gets past Gasly. Bit of hate from Derek about getting rid of Lawson. Yeah, it's purely for selfish reasons. You know, it's like I said, I don't want my first podium to be, you know, with Liam and not be able to enjoy it. I want a driver with a head model, and you know, unfortunately Liam doesn't have one. If he did, I would be all over it and keeping him, but just can't. Lock up for someone. Who was it? Ocon.
Let's watch these cars as they head into turn 10. Very heavy on the brakes. They were just unable to do much about it.
That's cost him quite a few places. And that's Bottas picked up. Getting into peak confidence now. Just in time for the change in weather. Unfortunately, Lawson's low adaptability means he is now falling away from the cars in front. Even burning his tyres, he's barely hanging on. Hamilton is pushing through pretty quickly though.
A small lift off towards the tyres.
We're going to hold him off, but is Yuki going to have a go around the outside? Look at this. 4 cars, they're 3 wide behind us. Somehow we hang on to 8th place.
Back off.
We're almost at the crossover point. Need another little bit. It's almost there. I might box Oscar this lap. I want to keep Lawson in this DRS battle. We lost the DRS to Yuki. I'm going to get passed by Hamilton here potentially.
We just keep our down.
Use and deploy.
Can I fight him off on the exit?
Copy.
No. Right, I'm boxing both drivers this lap, I think.
Box.
Copy. Box.
Box for Inter. box to box.
Might be a head model in the next patch. No, there won't be.
Okay, we box to box for Inter.
If you could push a bit harder and try and get up to him, let's see.
Yeah, everyone else is boxing now, look.
We go charge on.
Yeah, copy that.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Magnussen is now stopped.
Nice look at that.
2.32 second stop, very quick. And you can see how quickly we were released there against that McLaren of Yuki. That's how much that's improved. Obviously that was a huge issue before the last patch, but it has definitely improved where you can get, you know, much faster releases in traffic in the pit lane now.
Use deploy as much as you can.
Make sure we get past Sonoda before the DRS gets switched off. Only got another lap or two at most.
Charge on. So we need one step more management.
This has worked out nicely for Oscar.
So take it easy.
Up to 11th. Whether or not we can stay there is another matter, but it's running well so far. Need to see whether or not these tyres can actually go the distance. I think it might be worth stopping the Inters. Tough call. Hamilton and Perez still out on softs. Damn it. Yuki's going to get the DRS.
Back off, back off, back off. Back off now.
Keep focus.
Alright, we're ahead of Hamilton. Behind Perez. That's pretty much what I expected to see. position back. Oscar's in trouble at the moment. Confidence still pretty high though. That's good. I want to see if I can retake the position from Albon before the DRS goes away. It's going to go away at the end of this lap, I think.
We push on tyres.
Wow, that's out of range already. Man, everyone's just thrashing their cars right now. Same idea. DRS is just switched off. Just as I got back into range of Albon, but I managed to break away from Ocon.
You can back off a bit. Copy. Bring the pack up. Copy.
Charge on.
No saving required. Copy.
On paper, the tyres will make it, but not at these temperatures. You can see our tyre wear is definitely worse than some of the grid here. It depends as well how accurate this is going to be. It may stop raining a little bit sooner. It may rain all the way to the end. Just don't know at this stage, and we're not going to know until right near the end of the race. So all we can do is just try and defend the positions we've got, try not to burn out the tyres too much just in case, but be prepared to make that switch to a fresh set if necessary. If we get a VSC or a safety car in the next sort of 15 laps, I will absolutely be boxing for a fresh set of inters. Lawson's temp's finally coming down. You can see already just how far off that tyre temp or tyre wear bracket he is. Oscar here is lining up for a move on Albon.
We can push more. Copy.
Gonna get him.
Use energy.
Oh, he just blocked us in the braking zone. He's definitely got more pace though at the moment. Let's see if we can get him alongside so he can use his DRS up the hill. Or ERS, sorry. Go on, inside line, inside line. There we go. Excellent stuff.
Lovely stuff.
Oscar's finally finding a bit of pace in this Grand Prix.
P12. Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Yep.
Back off at high speed.
Yep.
Don't I dare dream of a double point finish.
Yeah, take it easy. Copy.
What I was worried about.
Comfortable to push.
Copy.
There we go. At least we got the tyre temps down a little bit before I had to switch them back up again. Get them out of the overheating range.
we need to do lift off.
We need left at coast.
Copy.
We definitely have a good pace through the first sector. It's the middle sector that is where we're a little bit weak. Yuki is starting to close in on Lawson. Now that we've dropped the pace down slightly, that's to be expected. Hamilton is right there as well. It's now looking like it might stay wet for the rest of the race. I am going to switch to a two-stop on these inters.
Put a bit of energy on tires.
Copy.
Push flat out.
Yeah, copy.
Focus forward.
The added benefit of doing this as well is that we can hopefully get past Norris before we box. Get Oscar back into peak confidence maybe. which will help him when he starts coming back through the field again. Wilson's just dipped out as well. I'm not using the battery because I want to wait until we come out of the pits so we can use that to punch our way through the traffic. I'm getting held up. Although I'll probably use a little bit here, getting past Norris, just to get the move done quickly.
No saving required.
Copy.
Use energy.
Yeah, copy.
Come on, be brave up the inside. Nope, a little bit too far back. Right, around the outside. Nope. Norris is trying to fight me off. Gotta get this move done before we pit. This time, come on. Closer this time. Oh, he's using his battery as well. Damn it. Alright, this is going to harvest mode then. We're not going to get that move done.
Yeah.
Box.
Box.
Box for intermediate.
Box.
Copy box.
Do we think is good for Inter? Charge on.
Copy.
to protect the front tires.
Copy that.
Back off now.
Yeah. Oscar, good lap.
Okay. Crucial stop for Lawson here. Needs to be clean. It is. Didn't need to be quick, it just needed to be clean. So he didn't hold up Oscar. 2.5, I think that's his best stop of the afternoon.
Caution one on exit.
Overtake button.
Copy.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we've got much better tyres than the rest of the field. Bit of work to do to get our way back up, but when the track starts to dry out towards the end and the DRS kicks back in, if that is going to happen, which it might do, then that will leave us in a much better position than the other drivers.
Now we can see what happened. Now we're at turn
Big
11
lock-up for
now.
Yuki under pressure from Lewis also helps us.
And there goes the steering. They took a gamble and it was just too late.
Save fuel.
Copy.
We need more liftoff.
Okay, copy.
Question is though, have I got too much to do? There's no way we would have been able to stretch those tyres and stay competitive. So we had to box. Just hope that we can find enough pace to actually cut our way back through to the points again. Let's see, how far behind are we? We're only 7 seconds behind Tsunoda. 16 with Oscar. It's doable. Definitely doable with Lawson. Maybe not so much with Oscar, but it's definitely doable.
We need to cool the car.
Copy.
Ah. There we go. That's got the move done. Oh, Sherry's fighting us. Fight he's going to lose.
Recharge on.
Copy box.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Okay, man, copy.
Lift off to avoid instability.
Okay.
There is a real risk of us getting lapped. Kind of pace. Max is doing a 1:16.4. 16.4 for Oscar. Okay, so we're holding pace. See, we're lapping a second faster than everybody in front of us, if not more. Second faster than Yuki. And Leclerc's boxing, so we are going to see pit stops from the rest of the field by the look of it.
Use deploy, use deploy.
Copy.
Oh, it's a VSC. That's the worst possible thing. We're going to see a whole flurry of cars boxing now.
Virtual safety car. Follow the reference.
Yeah, copy that.
Yuki's out. I don't know what he did, but Yuki's out. We'll see a replay in a moment, no doubt.
And small lift off to the tires.
Copy.
So slow.
Copy.
Maybe we won't see. I don't know. Well, is anyone else going to box? Possibly. We didn't see a replay, unless I missed the prompt. I skipped it, I guess.
Do what you can to keep the tyres cool.
Copy.
Just 4 seconds off the points. It's the front of this little train, basically. It's the points. With Lawson. Oscar's another 10 seconds back. Might get there. Taking the sting out the tyres. We're going to have fuel to push. And have full battery with Oscar. Maybe not with Lawson, but he shouldn't need a full battery.
Charge is good.
Copy.
And thankfully, no one else is boxing. Only Leclerc boxed. There's people watching. There's a lot of people watching. A lot of people just tend to watch and not really comment. Which is absolutely fine.
VSE ending.
Copy.
Close the gap to Schumacher.
No saving required.
Copy.
Right, let's try and get a couple of quick overtakes on this restart.
Press and overtake.
Yeah, copy.
So we need one step more management.
Yeah, copy, copy.
this move done. Stubborn defence from Schumacher here.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Go get him.
Oh, come on! God damn it, Gasly.
You okay? Oh, okay.
Well, it's not hurt
And now
our
we've had a
tyres,
crash.
and it's not hurt our car.
Yeah.
Or our confidence, actually, for that matter.
Bring the pack up.
Has damaged Gasly's wing, but...
Overtake button.
It's also probably killed any chance Oscar had of getting into the points. It's now dropped him another 4 seconds back. It's a little bit too far to overcome, I think. I need to get this move done now because the DRS is about to switch back on again. Just don't have enough raw pace right now for some reason.
Recharge on.
Copy that.
Back off, back off, back off.
Okay, copy.
It's the dirty air, I think, that's killing us. Again. Don't have enough of a pace advantage to overcome it right now.
So we need to back off.
Copy.
Slow. Yeah. Copy.
Oh, we've taken 2 seconds out of Gasly already. But we are losing ground on Norris and Albon here.
Use anti-deploy as much as you can.
Copy.
Stay close to the cars in front.
Come on, be brave under the
Overtake
brakes.
button.
Copy.
It's our acceleration as well that's hurting us. We have a really, really bad acceleration, so we're not getting the launch we need out of these corners. got to get this move done now. Come on, please, Liam. Damn it. Oh, these points are just slipping away from me. It's heartbreaking. I know I've got the pace to at least get 10th, maybe even 9th. I can't get the move done. Here comes Gasly and Piastri. Mark round 2.
Let's go and get him. Used energy.
Yep, copy.
Recharge on.
I stand by my decision to make the stop. We would have run out of grip.
Need to focus on getting the pack up. Copy.
Alright, well that might help us get past Gasly. Track's getting wetter again. That will probably help as well. Neither of our drivers have particularly good adaptability ratings, which means in the conditions where they're borderline, like they have been for the last few laps, we are not great. Schumacher's got a 10-point boost on us in the adaptability, I think. See, we're definitely close now. The track's getting a little bit wetter again.
Use and deploy when you can.
Copy.
If I can just get the move done.
We need to cool the car.
Copy.
I can get after those points.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Don't have any battery.
Copy box.
Recharge on.
Okay, mate, copy.
Push now.
Copy.
Just please make the move. You've been so good this race, and all of a sudden you just turn to shit.
Laps to go.
I got 4 laps with Oscar, 5 laps with Liam. Running out of time. Points are getting further and further away.
Overtake button.
Okay.
Oh, someone's jumped off. That's a car out of the way. That's Albon. That was 10th place. Oh, I'm out of fucking battery again. Come on, Jesus Christ. Right, around the outside. Come on. Come on.
4 laps to go.
Finally. Thank fuck. Jesus.
Need to look after the tyres.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Looks no more rain coming now, but we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, copy that.
Three laps to go.
Copy.
Slow down.
Copy.
Back off now.
Yep.
Two laps.
Copy.
Energy is available.
Copy.
Use deploy, use deploy.
Yeah, copy.
Stay close to the car in front. Last lap.
Let's check the flag.
At the moment, does it look like it's raining?
Copy.
There's Alex Albon making his way back.
At the end of that, it's a 15th place finish.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
Yeah,
And that
I was angry.
takes them into double figures for the year.
Swearing
An
a lot.
incredible 10th win of the season.
I stand by the decision to have made the
Sea of
stop for another
smiles
set
all
of
around.
inches.
They're on top of the world, here in Zandvoort.
You know, we would have not had the pace at the end. We would have fallen away, we would have been passed, and we would have dropped out the points anyway. But we should have been able to fight back through.
Down
We
there in
had
the Alpha
a
Tauri
short
garage,
distance
Karim.
to
What
cover.
would they be
We
making
had
of
much
that
better
race,
rubber.
do you think?
It was a strangely mixed
And
weekend
it just
for
fell
them.
apart after
We
the
saw one
VSC.
driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And that then marks the end of events here at Zandvoort.
We now look ahead to the next round in Monza in Italy. The Temple of Speed is waiting, and the teams will be ready and raring to go.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother looking. I'm too annoyed. Right, we got the fastest pit stop, and we got sixth place with Oscar as well. So at least we did manage to haul back Red Bull, who only got 2 points. Wow, where did they finish? Oh, just Perez in ninth. So we've pulled back the gap. It's 55 points now. And, well, McLaren also scored 33 points, so we didn't manage to stretch our gap there. But it's still nice and healthy at 85 points. Stuck wheel nut. Look at that, 24 failed overtakes. Most of those in the final few laps, stuck behind Schumacher. And not bad for Oscar. Again, just bad luck. Got hit by Gasly. No penalty given to Gasly. And that killed any chance he had of moving through the field. And so we lose out on sponsorship money. We did not get both cars into the top 14 because of Gasly. We did not get both cars into Q2 again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Oscar at the moment when it comes to qualifying. His qualifying pace has just disappeared. Suspension has failed. He's got medium risk underfloor and front wing. Yeah, well that kills that theory. So yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's his braking. Maybe that's why he's a little off the pace at the moment. He's 4 points down. He's up on cornering, but he's 4 points down in braking. I'm wondering, is braking, that much of a deal breaker this time round? No, I'm kind of lost at the moment as to why his pace is not where it needs to be. How's his morale? Let's have a look. High, same as Lawson. Affinity with engineers, you know, high. Arthur Leclerc, by the way, has left the Ferrari Driver Academy. That was announced either yesterday or today. Or at least the article I saw was either yesterday or today. Let me find Schumacher. Schumacher's adaptability rating is actually worse than I thought. Oh no, wait, I'm looking at the wrong person. Yeah, Schumacher's adaptability rating is 7 points higher. His defending is higher than Lawson's overtaking as well. Reactions are better, accuracy's better, control's better, smoothness is a little bit better. Doesn't quite have as much raw pace, but we can work on that. Yeah, like I said, Oscar's pace has just disappeared in qualifying in these last 3 races now, to the point where he's failed to get out of Q1, and I just don't understand why. Let's have a look at the F2 results. It's Freddie Vesti from Roman Staniak and Gabriel Bortoletto. Freddie's got to be moving up the order, actually, in the standings. Let's have a look how he's doing. Yeah, he's top of the championship by a long way. Freddie's going to be champion. Right, I've got 4.2 mil. It's not enough to do anything. Is that my 1 spare wing, or do I have 2 spare wings now? I've got 2 spare wings, good. Well, there we go. A brutally frustrating evening. We had points tantalizingly close, and you know, just an inability to take advantage of our better car performance at the end of the race. Just absolutely killed us. I'm very, very frustrated and disappointed right now, but looking at the positives, I didn't know we would actually have as good a chance as we did at that track. I thought we might really struggle at Zandvoort. So to have actually achieved the result we did is kind of encouraging in its own little way. Let's have a quick look at tomorrow's race, because I am going to stream tomorrow night. There we will see... we could do okay here as well. We've got a couple of really iffy chicanes that are going to hurt us. But, from the Lesmos on to the end of the lap, it's all high-speed corners, which is where we're good. So, yeah. I'm kind of semi-optimistic. There may well be some upgrades for other cars. Let's have a quick sneaky peek. Speed has dipped a little. DRS is still effective. High speed's still effective. Yeah, we could be in with a shout. We could be in with a shout. Let's have a quick look at our car part development. 8 days for the new rear wing, which will give us, well, not really much in terms of, it won't move us forward a rank, as you can see, but it will give us a little bit of an improvement in dirty air and downforce, which is the main reason we did it. How close are we to a new ATR? Has that dropped yet? Not yet. Let's check the calendar. When is the next ATR period? There it is. So we've got a week and a half. We've got, what, 10 days till the new ATR. And 8 days until the rear wing's done. So we will have a free slot available to immediately jump on getting that new suspension project done as soon as the hours drop. That is really good news. I was a little concerned that maybe we would have to wait, a few days before we could go ahead and do that, but we can jump straight on it. That's awesome stuff. So tomorrow I'm going to stream a little bit earlier. I'm going to start at 7 p.m. UK time tomorrow. I will make a note of that on the community tab for anyone who's already left, so that they get the chance to see that. But yeah, we'll do a stream tomorrow. I will probably do something similar on Sunday as well. I am going to stream on Christmas Day. Again, probably a 7 o'clock stream. If anyone wants to come and watch, fantastic. If you don't, then, by all means, just take the time to watch it on Boxing Day or something like that instead. But I'm going to stream every day through this Christmas period, through to New Year, so that I can try and get this season done, hopefully on New Year's Eve, and then we can start season 3 on New Year's Day. So yeah, that's kind of the rough plan. So I will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time, 1 hour earlier than normal, and we will hit the long straights of Monza and see if we can maybe score a point at Monza. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.